On this episode, I want to dive into business plans for SBA business loans. And this is specific to startup businesses. If you're starting a business, let's just say it's a laundromat, because I've been working on a lot of laundromats lately, and it's a startup and you have no industry experience, you need to spend the time and effort in your business plan. You're also going to do 3 years of projections. The first year needs to be broken out month by month, okay? So the first 12 months broken out month by month, then year 2, then year 3. We have a little template we use for the projections. I know everybody wants to just do their own projections, but if you just take that from your spreadsheet and put it on this spreadsheet that I give you, it'll go a lot farther, or any other banker that's doing SBA. They want it on this specific template. It makes it easier for them to underwrite the deal. So, going back into the business plan, where the location is, what's the foot traffic, what's the demographic. Having this all in your business plan is essential. So you can go to the local chamber of commerce. Usually they're going to provide this information to you. There's also third-party resources to pull this information out of, and you want to incorporate it into your business plan. You really want to dig in your competitive advantage. Who else is out there? What other competitors are out there, right? You got to know this has got to be identified in the business plan, because then the underwriter gets the deal. They have the projections on their template. They have a great, well thought out business plan showing that you've put the work in. You have good financials. You have a W-2 job. Okay, you're still going to keep the W-2 job, let's say. Who's going to run the business day to day? Maybe there's a spouse. Let's incorporate the story into this business plan. It doesn't need to be, high-end graphics or anything, but we really want to spend time letting the underwriter know that we know who the competition is. Here's the foot traffic. This is what we're going to expect. This is what the market rate is for a load. This is how many loads per day we're anticipating. This is a year-round business. There's no seasonal, anything seasonal within this location. This kind of stuff is crucial. Don't try to fast track this part, because especially if it's a startup, this is really the most important time to have a really detailed business plan. It's going to help you get to the finish line. And then also, talking about compensating factors, do you own a home? Do you have equity in a home? If you're just building out this space in a leasehold property, you don't own the building. Do you have any other outside collateral? Remember, if the loan amount's over $500,000, SBA guidelines will look for additional collateral. It's okay if you don't have it, but I'm just saying, we're putting these pieces together of why this bank or this lending institution should do this SBA loan. They're very doable, but I would say about 70% of the banks, when they know it's a startup and the sponsor has no industry experience, they do not want to do the deal. So we do have those 30% of the banks that I work with, credit unions and so forth, that are open to doing these laundry facility startups. No problem. But what we need to do is we need to put together good projections and a good business plan. And that is really the premise of this episode today. Get that together. Spend time, fill out your form. We're going to have you fill out a Form 413, which is an SBA personal financial statement. Make sure that's complete. We want a resume on any of the sponsors. So it's one of you or two of you. We want a resume on you, just detailing your professional work experience, if you went to the university, all that good stuff. If you do have any industry experience to some capacity, a good business plan, the projections, 3 years of your tax returns, and make sure you have all of the compensating factors filled out completely on the financial statement. If you have a big rental portfolio, you could do an attachment to the PFS or the Form 413. These are the general things we need on the startup. We're going to need invoices for all the equipment. We're going to need, if you have a sample draft copy of the lease that you're going to be signing, we need that. Any invoices for the machines, a line item breakdown of any of the TI or the improvements you're going to be doing to the facility, any of the construction, any of the additional costs such as plans, permits, and so forth. And are you doing wash and fold? This is be all detailed out. There's really not that much work. 3 years of financials and the items I just mentioned earlier. That's where we can take that to different banks. So what I do is I help you navigate the process. I essentially work with different banks, credit unions, and non-bank SBA lenders. And when I get a deal in, I work it up. I do a summary. I figure out where we can get the best financing. Some banks offer fixed rate options on the 7A. Some of them are straight variable. If it's a higher risk deal, the margin's typically going to be higher. These loans are based on Wall Street Journal Prime plus a margin. Now, we do have some lenders, if you have a bigger equity injection, that they will have a fixed rate options, even on startups. So we have all this. So as we're compiling this information, I'm putting this together and I'm making outreach to my different BDOs, which are bankers that I deal with that are specific to SBA loans. They're typically a PLP lender, meaning they're delegated to underwrite and fund these deals in-house at their bank. They don't need to ship the package off to the SBA. So that's really the process. So I really wanted to stress the importance of putting together a good business plan. I do have contacts that do professional business plans. They're not the cheapest things in the world, but if you want a better shot at getting approved, you could potentially get a professional business plan. But I think with the help of ChatGPT and all this AI, you can put in prompts to help you write a nice professional business plan. It doesn't have to be an essay, but you want to put all the key ingredients in the business plan to put you in the best light possible so you get funded. And that's the ultimate goal. So we got a lot of people reaching out. They have these visions of starting some sort of business. Laundromats are fundable, but we do have to put the pieces together. We have to build a package, and it is very doable. And then obviously the better your PFS looks, the easier it is to fund these deals. Meaning, if you have a bunch of equity in real estate, you got a lot of cash in the bank, it's going to be a lot easier. If we need 100 grand for an equity injection in this deal and you only have 150 grand in the bank, it's more challenging, right? Because they want to see a couple months of reserves. Compensating factor is you have W-2 income, right? These are all the pieces we put together. It's really not that hard. It is a little, to get to the finish line, especially with construction, you have to have, prior to the loan closing, you have to have all the pieces ready to go. Permits need to be pulled, and you need to be able to, the day the deal closes, be able to, start construction essentially. Very doable, a lot of opportunity in this space, but I just wanted to stress the fact that we need a very good business plan with projections. And I think personally, doing these two activities helps you really understand the business model a whole lot better. Anyway, we have a ton of SBA videos. Feel free to look around. And if you have any lending questions, I will provide 15 minutes of my time by going to bookwithbo.com. I'll see you on another episode. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.